All right. 5:37. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am recording this call, so so we have the information available in case people are arriving late. In this welcome slide, I want to remind everybody, please, if you are not already muted, mute yourself unless you have an active question. That makes sure that we don't hear all your background noise and nothing embarrassing gets revealed. It happens all the time, not just now. So if you're not already, and if you don't want to be on screen, feel free to turn off your video. That's fine too. If you need closed captioning, hard of hearing, second language learner, that's fine. You're going to want to click on the closed captioning link at the bottom of your screen, and you'll be able to see the words that we are speaking. We are also recording this call, so if you do not want your face on screen, turn off your camera. You can just get the information through audio, and if you have any if you have any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat box. Francesca is with us, and she's monitoring the chat box. And you can also come off the mic if you need to. First things first, if you have not already gone into Tyler SIS to learn who your child's teacher is, that's how you will do it today. If you cannot access Tyler SIS, you need to call Amber at 986-4000. We have a new website. It's super shiny, it's super new, and it has all the information you need, including how to access your child's Google Classroom on Monday. That is where you will get that kind of information. So please, please make sure you go over to the new website and see what is there. We also have weekly emails that Ms. Francesca sends out. They're called T3. And it has notices, important information, announcements, and really, really cool memes that she tries to get a laugh from you. So please, also, I work at this school and I still check them every week because there's information I forget and I need it. So don't even throw them away. And if there's links, you'll need them. This year we have almost a brand new administrative team. Mr. Eide comes from Seattle, Washington originally, and most recently Albuquerque. He is our interim head administrator, and he is really excited to be here. He is hosting coffee breaks with parents, so if you are interested in learning more about him, learning about his vision, you have questions or concerns about your child, you're welcome to get in contact with him. He really is. He really wants to talk with parents. Ms. Berg is returning for her second year as elementary school principal. She also has an open door. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact Ms. Berg. And Mr. Phillips is taking over for Ms. Gray in the middle school if you have any older students in the school. He is still teaching 2 classes, but Ms. Gray will be available as well until about October when she moves to Honduras, which is super exciting, and aren't we all jealous? This is like our rock star lineup. Roberta Cole used to be in our business office. She has a new role with the school as community outreach coordinator. She's been working diligently to try and help parents get what they need, including school supplies. So if you need anything as a family, as a parent, and you just have questions, she wants to be your support person. Amber Romero is our school secretary, but that is really just code for superstar. She is also bilingual and is an amazing resource for things, any question. Again, she's just amazing. She's also your point person right now for laptops, Tyler information. I could go on and on. Amber is amazing, and she can answer almost any question. Tammy Padilla is in charge of our aftercare program, which is kind of a misnomer right now because she will be in the building all day long supervising students who are in the building during this virtual learning, students who are identified as special needs or essential worker families. She will be helping out with that as well. And this is our team. I'm Miss Sarah. I teach 4th grade here, and I have taught at, this will be my 4th year teaching 4th grade at Turquoise Trail. I have now 2 students who are still in the school, my own children, and one who just recently graduated and is going to high school. Very excited. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to meet your students, and I know that there's a lot of returning students or siblings of my past students. I'm really excited to see you guys. And I'm going to turn the mic over to my teammates. Farquhar, are you ready?
Yeah. This also is my 4th year teaching at Turquoise Trail. I've only taught 4th grade. I love 4th grade. A little bit about myself, guys, boys and girls, parents. I was born in Santa Fe, tried to leave, but I came back. I love this place. I think there's no place that's more beautiful in the world than northern New Mexico and southern Colorado. It's just an exquisitely beautiful place. I love the culture. I consider all of the culture mine, as it is all of ours. I love crazy things like mariachi and lowriders, because that's part of the New Mexican culture. It makes me really happy. I love our curriculum. It's an amazing curriculum. It's tough, but the things we teach are just amazing. And the way it's presented, the way we are allowed to present it is awesome. A few little things about me. I love the backcountry. In other words, I love the wilderness. I love the backpack. I'm crazy in love with skiing. I like to hike. I like to cycle. Geez, that's about it. Diane?
Learning to mute and unmute, a skill. Hi, everyone. I am Miss Diane, and I have taught at this school this will be my 12th year. That includes my student teaching and working in special ed. I taught 8 years in 3rd grade and 4 years in 4th grade. So this is my 4th year as well. And because of that, I have a pretty good idea of a lot of your anxieties. 3rd graders are now turning 4th graders. So just be aware that we're going to go gentle into the 4th grade. Okay, so we're not going to start pushing it on you right away. We're just going to gently go in to the 4th grade. Okay, I want to get rid of some of those fears. But Matthew is right. This is a terrific curriculum, and we're going to prepare you for it. Okay, it's a great school. I'm glad that you're all coming to our school. And something personal, I'm a cat lover and a history lover. So when we get to the American Revolution and Greek mythology and some of those other subjects, that's where I really get very happy and excited. So I have a lot to offer for you in that regard. So looking forward to, I wish I could see all of you because I know there's some families that I probably know. So looking forward to meeting old and new students and parents.
Thanks, Diane.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new classroom this year, where last year we would have been in the building. This year we have a virtual classroom. You're in part of it right now, Google Meet. The other part will be the Google Classroom. So most of next week with your children in the school, in classes, we'll be teaching them how to navigate these 2 platforms. So bear with us as we're learning the programs. Your children are learning the programs. You're probably learning the programs. The name of the game here is patience and flexibility. Your teacher will be in contact with you probably by tomorrow through an email. But mostly I want you to think about our new schedule. We've chosen as a 4th grade team to split our classes up into half sessions. So we will have a morning session and an afternoon session. But that doesn't mean your child won't be working all day. It means that they will be either on screen with their teacher half the day, for instance, in the morning, and then in the afternoon, they will be working independently on their schoolwork. Or flip it, independent work in the morning and on screen with your teacher in the afternoon. And I'll get more to that schedule in just a moment. But we will also be having specials, and you can hopefully see on your screen, we have joining us Mr. Char and Miss Lana also. But also I want you to be thinking special ed will be flexible throughout your day as well. And I saw Miss Molly is on our call. She is our new English language development teacher, and Miss Garden is our Spanish language development teacher. They will also be pushing their schedules out to families as the time goes on. The most important thing I need you to notice, and it is in yellow highlighted flashing lights, attendance will be taken. Every single day, I need your child to log on to your teacher's classroom at 8 o'clock. We will have a short activity for children to do, and they will be taking attendance. This is for both morning and afternoon session students. They all need to log in at 8 o'clock for attendance. That information goes to the state, and it is extremely important that we continue to record absences and who is available. This is important. So think about it like regular school, just a different way to do it. Oh, you know, I want to say, we will be sending out an email tomorrow. Your child's teacher will reach out to each of you and let you know their individual schedule. In that email also, we're asking parents to share with us their preference if their child could be AM or PM. I can't promise that your child will get what your preference is, but we're going to do our best to work with families. This is the weirdest time any of us have ever experienced, and we all need to be patient and flexible with each other. So please respond to your teacher if your preference is AM or PM. And if you don't have a preference, let us know that also, because that will give us a little more flexibility with scheduling. The school is supplying all students with the school supplies that the lists that we sent out. So all you need to do is contact the office, and they will make sure that your child has the supplies that we requested they have. The only thing that you need to make sure your child has is a set of headphones with a mic. And I would tell you from experience, make sure you have a safe place to keep those when they're not on screen with us, because my family's gone through a few just over the summer. So make sure you invest in a good pair and they are in safekeeping outside of school time. The other thing I want you to think about is a dedicated workspace for your child's on-screen time. Make sure your child knows where to be and that it is clean and available for them at class time. If you have this dedicated space already planned out before Monday, it'll make everybody's transition really, really that much easier. So please start thinking over the next 3 days, where's my child going to be working and what do they need with them before they start working? School is almost the same, folks. It's a regular school year. We're just not in the building. So we have the same academic expectations. We have the same expectations of excellence for your child. We just need to know that we won't be doing it in the building. So we're still taking attendance. We're still grading assignments. We are still expecting your child to show up, be present, and work hard. The name of the game right now, again, flexibility. But also communicate with your classroom teacher, and we will be communicating with you as often as we can to keep everybody on the same page. It's going to be a weird transition right now, making sure that we know what we're doing, we know how to do it, and we know where things are. We will be sending out a syllabus for the first quarter next week to parents and students. That'll include dates for assignments, important school dates, where to find your classroom, where to find your Google Meet link, anything that we think you'll need to know, at least for the next 9 weeks, we'll be sending out in a document. So be looking forward to that next week. This is a sample schedule. This is mine. You can see in the morning at 8 o'clock, I have an enter and exit ticket time. This is when I'll be taking attendance. This is the mandatory morning meeting for all students, no matter which session they're in. This is when we take attendance. Please do not forget that one. I've been told by administration that if your child will be absent for whatever reason, and it is an excused absence, you still need to contact the office. I will be submitting attendance through Tyler, but if it's an excused absence, you need to let Amber in the office know. Then you can see in my schedule, Wit and Wisdom is our literacy curriculum, so we will be working on that on screen. Then we will take a brief break where I will be doing office hours. This is an opportunity for me to email or phone call parents if I had a behavior issue, or if I needed to work with a child one-on-one, or whatever needs to happen. Then we'll be diving into math. Then our specials every day: morning group for half an hour, afternoon group for half an hour, lunch for half an hour, and then I'll dive into my afternoon session with that group. Wednesdays are our new half-day schedule. In previous years, Fridays were our half days, but we chose instead to do them on Wednesdays now. This will be when the building is completely empty. So even if we have in-building students, they will not be in the building on Wednesdays. They are deep cleaning and sanitizing all materials and classrooms on Wednesdays. So we have a half day there, and we will be focusing on science and social studies on those days. Miss Diane's schedule looks a little bit different because she has a different special schedule than I do. But again, morning roll call activity time for all students, literacy, office hours, specials, then math, and then she'll move into her afternoon schedule again. And Farquhar's schedule, again, just slightly different because he has a different specials time, but mandatory roll call in the morning and afternoon schedule. Mr. Char, are you ready?
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Sarah. And I'm really happy for you guys, all of you. I think you're going to have a terrific year with these teachers. These are really terrific teachers, and they are full of fun and mystery and awesome senses of humor. And also just very soulful, wonderful people. Now, just a quick note. Now, what I posted on the chat earlier is up there also. And one of the great things, it is going to be different being online, but I think you'll be able to communicate with us more directly. Some of you guys, I remember looking across the classroom at you and just thinking, I wish that I could know more what you guys were thinking. So now you can just type the thoughts that you have and send them, you know, in an email to me or to, you know, we got to Miss Lana. Miss Lana's here. You can send us, you know, your assignments. You can talk directly to us on the Google Classroom. We each have our own page, and we're going to be sending you stuff that you can check out. One thing is that there's a great thing that's, I see that there's some amazing music people in this grade, and I'm really happy for you guys that you're in this group. Some of you guys are familiar with a music platform called Ableton. We're doing something called Soundtrap, which is a lot like Ableton, except it's easy to use. So you can make your own loops. You can do almost like DJ type stuff for yourself. So if any of you guys like doing that, I think you'll have a lot of fun. And I think that also if you like performing in bands, Mr. H is going to be choosing 8 people from 4th grade with the help of the teachers. If you're interested in that, I did put the link for that in the chat. And also, if you're interested in being in recorder, you do have to purchase your own this year because we're not going to be obviously sharing any school recorders this year. So you have to get your own. There's one that you can get same as last year for $4.99, and that link is there on Musician's Friend. They don't even charge for shipping or anything, so it's real reasonable. And you know, so even if you are not one of the 8 people selected for Mr. H's recorder band, you know, recorder is for $5. So recorders are not mandatory. You do not have to get a recorder this year for music, but if you are interested, you can express your interest on there's a link on the chat that says, please feel free to assign our interest list to share your contact information with Mr. H in case you're interested in joining that group. And we're looking forward to a great year with you guys. We're also just, it's kind of like the talent show is going to get all kind of, you know, digitalized, and we're going to take little bits and pieces, all the specials We're going to take little things that happen through the year, and at the Christmas holiday, we're going to have a kind of almost like a mini talent show in a little video that comes out with a little bit of stuff from each special, and it's going to be really fun. Miss Lana's here too. Did you want to say anything, Lana?
I will just say hi, and I'm really excited to work with you all and see you all again. For those of you that I had last year, I miss you all very much. And those of you that are new, I'm really excited to get to know you. And in case you missed it, I'm Miss Lana, the art teacher. But you will hear more from me next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Char. Thank you, Lana. I appreciate it. And that's what we have for today. I know that felt like a lot of information all at once. Please don't fret. We will be sending out all these links, and more information will be coming from your classroom teacher tomorrow in an email. That will include also the link to get onto your Google Classroom and your Google Meeting on Monday morning for attendance. That is when you will need to do it. So please make sure you are working to access Tyler, that you have visited the school website that will have answers to questions you have. And then if you have follow-up questions, Francesca is on the line here. She will drop her email in the chat box, I'm sure. My email is on screen along with my phone number. Miss Diane, Mr. Farquhar, and she's not on the call with us right now, but Ms. Lamb, Ms. Kathy, I'm not sure which she is our new 4th grade special ed teacher. So she'll be doing pullouts and work in the class with us, small group stuff with your special ed students. So, wow, that was a whirlwind, folks. We did it though, just under. Anything directly in the chat, or anybody need to come on the mic and ask questions while we still have you?
Hi, Ms. Headley. My name's Ken. My daughter is Maylene Hendricks. One of the things I just thought about, as we were going over everything, it looks like there's a lot of great planning that went into everything. I'm excited about all that, but it did occur to me, I was thinking, one of the things that's a little lacking, obviously, is the social engagement that the kids get with each other when they're in person at school. Is there any sort of plan for, like, within the schedule for just kind of socializing time for the kids to hang out on the screen together?
That's definitely a conversation the 4th grade teachers have been having together. What we wanted to do first was carve out the academic time. As we know that our students have better facility with navigating through Google Meets, back and forth and tabs and things like that, we definitely want to add that in. It's an issue for students, for us. But we need to make sure that everybody is on the same playing field with how to navigate the system. So as we get better, if you have ideas, we want to hear them. I can tell you that we were talking about maybe a virtual escape room as an activity next week. I don't know if it's a go, but there's some fun.
Something I'm thinking about too is that, like, one of the things that the kids obviously get to socialize during is lunch. I mean, would there be the possibility of just keeping the room open during lunch while the kids are eating, and they can hang out and talk?
It's a thought. It's definitely a thought. I'm not necessarily opposed to those sorts of things. I know that for many families, Wi-Fi and data downloads is an issue.
Yeah.
So we'll have to kind of play around with those thinkings, and I'm glad you're bringing it up. So I don't want you to think that I'm shutting down the question. I just can't answer it perfectly right now.
I have something to interject. I'm sorry to walk on you there. Yeah, as I was putting together, and our team are going to review it tomorrow, the schedule for all of next week. And sprinkled throughout the day are activities for kids to get to know each other, for them to get to know me. So it's not all this heavy. It's like break time to move around, talk to each other, play some games. And so that's in there. Just to let you know that first week is really an orientation to everything. Definitely the first week, most likely going into the second week too. So yeah, we have some fun things planned. There is the escape room on Wednesday, just to let you know. But by then they should be able to be navigating the technology. Also, I'm inviting the technology teacher in on Monday to our class. So the schedule that you see is not the schedule that's going to happen for next week, that general thing. And that schedule also may change. But we want to keep the kids only online for about 2.5 hours because of the too much technology for them. And I think the school really only wants, what, less than that or something. So that's why there's breaks built into there and fun things to do. Look forward to maybe a scavenger hunt, some other stuff.
It's a great question, Ken, and I'm interested to find solutions to it, especially that lunch thought.
That's a good thought.
The problem is that at some point the classroom teachers need a break too.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah.
And traditionally, we've had support staff facilitating, recess and lunchtime when the students could still be together and actively socializing. We just don't have that right now. But it is a question that I will bring up in our leadership meetings and our staff meetings. I think there's a lot of wiggle room and ideas where maybe some other support staff could be leading those moments.
So one thing too, and I know Francesca already touched on this in the chat, but we got held up with the wrong links at the beginning. Did you tell kids what teacher is theirs at the beginning or anything like that? I didn't know if we missed any details.
No, unfortunately, we don't have that just yet. Our system,
Okay.
our Tyler system is rolling over. As soon as Tyler's alive and you can look in, you'll be able to find out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Me of high school checking my schedule, refresh.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's the same thing. We have kids too.
But at the very least, tomorrow you will be hearing from your classroom teacher, even if Tyler doesn't roll out. We'll send out an email with all of the information we talked about today, plus the link to this recording in case you missed something or you need to revise or review, and then more information as well. So think about right now, before we get off, we'll be asking for your input on your preferences for AM or PM schedule on screen. And if you are flexible in your own schedule, please also let us know that, because there's going to be a lot of families who have issues with scheduling, and we want to make sure we accommodate as much as we possibly can. I cannot promise that I can get you exactly the schedule you want, but I will do the best I can. So unless there's any more questions, I've kept you over 5 minutes longer than we scheduled. So if you have questions, you can drop them in the chat. You can come off on the mic, or we can see you on Monday.